welcome back to the bracelet channel. Today we're gonna make a 3-color candy stripe bracelet. A candy stripe is just like diagonal lines. So you're gonna need 3 colors. I have these 3. So the first thing we're gonna do is just take one of them and we're going to hold the string in one hand between fingers like this. I'm gonna pull out a wingspan length, so it's gonna go across my arms and across my chest to my other fingertips. So my arms are both like out wide. But where that landed, so at the end, we'll cut that. And then now that you have this one long string, you can just line up your next one and make it the exact same length, so you don't have to measure again. We're gonna have 3 colors but 6 strings total. We're gonna take the 2 ends and put those together, and then I'm gonna pull it out to the other side, which is gonna form a loop right here. We're gonna tie a knot on this loop end, so I'm gonna take the string and wrap it around my 2 fingers, and you can kind of like pull your fingers apart to make a hole. I'm gonna pull that up through that center and then leave a little bit of room here for ties at the end of your bracelet. But yeah, then we'll just tie that knot, and then with this loop you can put this on a water bottle to make, so that's normally what I do, is I'll loop it onto here, but I will tape this down for this tutorial. Alright, so now that I have it taped down, I'm gonna organize my strings. 1, 2, 3 of the colors, and then I'm gonna do that same order here. So I have blue, orange, pink here, and then blue, orange, pink here. That's important so that the order in the final bracelet will be in that order. So this whole bracelet uses only one type of knot, which is called a forward knot. So I'm going to start on the far left side with this blue, and this one is going to be called the leading string, and this is the base string. So this is the string that you're going to be using for the knots. So the forward knot is going to cross over the base string and then come back through that hole right there and then up to the top. And then every knot is done twice, so we're going to do that one more time. And then after you did it twice, they're going to switch spots. So now the orange is going to go out to this side and your blue or your leading string is going to continue. So I'm going to take out the next string, which for me is the pink, and I'm going to do another forward knot. So it's going to cross over and then come back through that hole to the top and then do that again. And then those are going to switch spots. Now the next one will be the blue. I'm going to do that same knot one more time. Once again. And then they're going to switch spots again. Next, I'm going to have the orange. So I'm going to do another forward knot. And then finally, I will do one on the pink. And now you have your blue, which started on this side all the way across in that line of knots right there. So then I'm gonna go back to the left side again and grab the first 2 strings. What's nice after you start is all the strings are a little bit more organized in their like knot lines. So pick out your first 2. And now the orange string was gonna be my leading string, so I'm gonna do a forward knot over the pink. Then those will switch. I'm gonna pull out the next one. For me is blue. Do a forward knot on this. And another one. I'm gonna pull out the orange. Then the pink. and then finally over the blue. And then now that that row is done, we'll go back to the left side again, grab the first two again. I have my third and final color, which is pink, and so I'll do forward knots all the way across once again. Remember that every knot is done twice, so I did 2 on that one. Now going to the next. Now that I'm done with that row, I'm just gonna keep going back to the left side and just keep going with this knot all the way down the whole bracelet. So this is basically what you do until you have it to the length that you want it. And if you ever get messed up with like what string you're gonna do next, you can kind of pull the strings downward like I'm doing right here, and they kind of organize themselves in a way, so you can kind of see the organization. But you can also follow the order that you're doing. So for me, it's gonna be blue, orange, pink. So if I'm doing an orange over the pink, and then say I'm like a little bit messed up here, like let's say the orange is in front like this, I know that after pink in this bracelet comes blue, so I know that I should be doing the blue and not the orange. If you have any other questions, like comment them down below. If you make this bracelet, you can tag me on Instagram at Island Bracelets Co. I'm just gonna keep going on this bracelet, but I hope that this video was helpful for your own bracelets, and I hope you guys all have an amazing day.